What is up, YouTube? Welcome to another video of MacDaddy95. I am once again MacDaddy95. Yeah, forget that I'm blinding. Yeah, for those who can actually see what my hat says, yeah, this is not a brand deal. Nope, no brand deal. None whatsoever. Not getting paid. Just had a hat wearing laying around. Hair looks like shit, and rather have a hat on that kind of fits than no hat. But no, I had recently, if you notice, I have a couple flags that fly off my truck. I've had no problems with them, except for one, and everyone's like, oh, well, I wonder what one that is. Yeah, that's a Confederate, folks. I've had a couple problems with the Confederate, nothing major, nothing too bad, nothing too serious, but, by the way, I'm using my truck door jamb. That's messed up as a phone holder. But I don't know who knows this, but I have, holy shit, okay. I have a headache rack put on my truck recently. My friend Kyle Matthews, if you watch some of my later videos, like if you're like an old OG subscribers of me, and you've been here for a while, you know that he's been in a couple of my videos. The tuner stack, Kyle's 94 Ranger, Ray's 99 Malibu for versus 94 Ranger, you know, all of that's all what he was in. New muffler videos. I bought all the metal myself from Puros Metals, and basically it was just some metal, rusty, looked like crap. Cleaned it up, made it look good. Then I had the design I drew out, which actually took like 4 or 5 times of designing it to figure out what ones I wanted, and that's pretty much what it came out to. How it sits in the bed is pretty simple, actually. Angle you guys a different way. Get right down by there. Okay, so it sits down in there, all along in there, all along down in there. It's a C clamp. It's a C channel, I mean, and basically I have 2 bolts on each side. 2 bolts right here, about 2 inches apart, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but that's there. And then you got the angles here to give it more, give it structure and hold up better. It didn't go in as good as I thought it was going, as smooth as I thought it was going to be. I actually thought it was going to go in just plop right in. No, it took basically myself and Kyle trying to finesse it in easily. That didn't happen. We ended up having to basically get one side in and angle it right, and then just with the other one pop it in real quick like, and make sure it worked real good. But after that worked, it worked real good. It went in. It's actually very sturdy, actually. Yeah, it's in there. It's good. The cross top, is supposed to have 4 halogen, what was it, 4, what are they called? I can't think of the name off the top of my head. They're 4, they're not LEDs because I didn't want to go with something that I would have to pay more money for and wouldn't produce as much power as I already had with my 3 lights that I had for the, Malibu, and the light bar that went behind the front bumper. It put out like 300 watts of lights. Just 3 lights, no LEDs, and it cost me about 60 bucks. Not that bad. I got a 4th light, had it all wired for 100 watt, because when you get them they're like 55 watts, and we upped them to 100. So now I will have 400 watts of lights at the light bar. Well, that was a plan at least. Found out a couple of weeks ago actually that I won't be keeping this truck that much longer. My dad's getting a new truck. I'm getting a new truck, which I'm kind of happy about, because yes, I like the S10, I like the stick. Yeah, if you do, you guys both probably see you guys probably see both of the flags. There we go, right there. Both of the flags, right there. They're both Americans. I'll get up to those in a second. And I like it being a stick. I don't have the key on me, do I? And I have it locked. Not like anyone in my town knows how to drive a stick. But if they do, and they can get it running, they can have it. But it's nice. It's a single cab. With it being just me usually driving, it's nice. I don't, I've had to take people in the bed before, and they're fine with it. I've gotten asked numerous times, I've been told by numerous people, it's like, well, we can't take your vehicle. I'm like, why? They go, because it's illegal to ride in the bed. I'm like, not in the state of Missouri. In the state of Missouri, you can ride in the bed of a truck as long as you're 18 years or older. That is the law in Missouri. If you want to ride in the bed of your own vehicle in your state and you're not in Missouri, I don't know them. I would look them up on the website, on your state's website, or go to the DMV and ask one of the DMV officials and ask them what the law is. But as far as that, I don't know. But in Illinois, I believe you can't ride in the bed on the main roads, I believe. But on the back roads, I believe you can. So, but with the, what was I saying? Oh, the nice thing about having the stick is, I don't know if you guys will be able to see. You can see that's good. If not, that's fine too. The nice thing about having a stick is I'm not bored when driving. Yeah, I'm really not that bored when driving. I'm actually quite happy, and I'm having fun. I'm shifting through gears, having fun. Auto, yeah, it was fun. I think the last couple of months of owning last months following before the Malibu not working anymore and selling it, I was just kind of getting old of the auto. I really wanted a stick. At certain times I would shift it gears manually. Wasn't that good for it. But and the way I drove wasn't really helping the car either. Yes, I do get hated on for the way I drove it. I actually get, sorry, fly or something on my finger. I do get ridiculed about the way I drove it. People say, oh, you ruined a perfectly nice car. It had 25,000 original miles when you got it, and it had, what, 54,000 when you got rid of it? I go, yeah, but it needed a lot of work. It was just time for it to go. I did no longer wanted a car. I really wanted a truck. I wanted a manual. I had no use for a car. Especially because I was using a trailer for my long landscaping business, which I'm getting ridiculed on that far too, because of certain things that has happened while working during jobs. I'm not going to get into it, but instead I want to actually get to the flags. If you have followed me long enough for my last video I believe I posted, not sure if I posted it or not actually, it was down by the Alton Bridge. It looked really professional, like, if I should say, not handheld like I'm doing it now. A little bit of handheld, but not as much. But that was actually, I was actually doing a photo shoot, and I was like, you know what, I'll just do a little video since I haven't posted lately. So I started to upload recently. But I had the American and the PAL MIA flag on. I still have the PAL MIA, I still have the American. The new flag I have told you guys about, but I haven't really shown you it. I'm trying to work on my editing skills with videos. There we go. Yep. Another American. And then over here, this is the second American flag I have. I counted them one night. I was really bored. I counted, I think, yep, I have 10 flags, I believe. I have I think I have like 6 or 7 Americans. And then a couple, I have the PAL, Confederate, a couple Confederates actually, NASCAR flags and all that. But most of it was before I even got into driving. I got my flags, and I just started building up on more and more flags until I got to where they're ratchet strapped on the back of my truck. But no, when I'm planning to get 2 more poles for the back of the truck, 1 more for the PAL, which would be probably like over here, and the Confederate when I go out of state on the driver's side, just because it's easier to get in and out that way. Actually, no, the Confederate I think would probably be at the bottom. I don't know. I think the PAL I actually put on the driver's side because that way it can be read, because it's a one-sided lettering, which makes no sense to me. But only one side says it the right way. The other side is like backwards printing, which I don't like the material of it. It's the same as this, the black, this one. It's not the real material I was wanting for. I was really wanting this kind. If you can see, it has a different material wise. I can actually read it. What's it say? It says 70% polyester, 30% cotton, which it's a nicer material. The Confederate is nylon, and that thing, just one trip to my friend's town in Jerseyville, my friend's house in Illinois, which is about 45 minutes away, I think. 45 minutes, maybe an hour. It just tore it up. I put it on in Missouri, and by the time I got there, it was shredded. It was a brand new flag when I put it on, and by the time I got there, it was just ate up. I really wanted, I did a lot of research on these flags. I really did. I thought I had the right ones, and when they got here, they didn't feel right. And I read the booklets on them, and I said, damn, these aren't the right ones. They're the wrong materials. But they do great. I'm only on my second American flag, only due to the first one of the eyelids popping off from the actual flag, which caused by my stupidity, putting too much pressure on it, I guess, and it just popped off. And so that one, the first and original American flag on the truck had I think maybe 300 plus miles on it of just flying, because I drove around town with it on. I drove out of town. It's actually probably into the thousands. Honestly, if I had to think about it, it was probably in the thousands, because that would make more sense. Okay, there we go. And it was just easier to. I buy the American in a pack of 2 usually, because if one goes down, I have a backup. For my American, I actually have, I think, 3 backups now. But I only have one of the blackened American with a half red stripe, half blue stripe, and one of the POW. So when they are torn, gone, able to fly, I will have to order new ones, which they were very cheap and they're actually good quality. The American actually held up pretty good. Actually liking how it held up. But it's not that bad actually. So most people are going to probably say, oh, you should get a new flag. It's not that bad actually. I was always told don't take like a lighter to the flag or a flame to the flag, and never like cut it or anything. So I actually, like, when it was getting like not as bad as it is now, when it started like tearing a little bit more, I would just tear it a little bit off, because it's loose and it's all knotted. So I cut a little bit of it with scissors. Usually with rope, when it frays, you take a lighter to it and it just balls up to where it's no longer frayed. And I was going to do that to the flag, but I'm like, no, because it would just catch on fire, and that's just wrong, not American to do. So I didn't do that. I left it as is, and the flags are staying like that. I have not gone onto the street with them in the rear. They've only been in the front by the cab, on highways, main roads, back roads, everything. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Hopefully I got the thumbnail for that. But anyways, alrighty then. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. So it's awesome. So, as always, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe. And what else? Subscribe, share, comment, like. As always, this is MacDaddy T95 signing off. See ya.